So I have some awesome news and something very important to show you. He is still alive. He has not been eaten by Haitians, except now he's trying to eat me. Alright, now you're just being a total dick. Yeah, I know I was roughhousing with you. You're gonna take it. You're a big boy. You could take it. Okay? Alright, so good news. The Haitians have not eaten Mushu, although he wanted to send me a nice little message as a way to say fuck you for not getting his consent to go on camera. But for this video, I wanted to talk about something that I think is going to be an interesting conversation. I saw a video, I didn't watch the whole thing, but V uploaded a video and it was titled, I believe, Why Are Right-Wingers So Obsessed with Good-Looking Women? And I didn't watch the whole thing, but I wanted to just contemplate it on my own and make this here video, and we'll have some fun in the comment section after. Okay. What I have noticed that I find quite interesting about this whole thing, that there are studies that have shown and came out that conservative women are more attractive than leftist women. Funny, I never get to see anything with libertarian women. We were kind of forgotten. We're kind of like Gen X. We were relevant for a while, or we'll just get lumped into another generation or another category and just be painted with the same broad brush. But I would actually like to see that, where libertarian women are considered not attractive. Are libertarian women more attractive than anarcho-capitalist women? Who the fuck knows? But that would just be quite interesting. This is me getting a little bit deductionist, but hey, if you guys are gonna put money towards these fucking studies, you might as well just have some fun while we're at it. But I'm definitely gonna have fun with this fucking video. Okay, so conservative women are seen as attractive. Well, let's go over the basic premises that we've all known since we were growing up. Sex sells. That's a no-brainer. That's pretty obvious. Good-looking women. Now, the thing with good-looking women is it doesn't always have to be something that is innately sexual. But to me, it brings on a broader conversation when it comes to women's sexuality. And I think it's very interesting that we have men who are talking about women's sexuality. Not that because they're dudes, they can't talk about it. Free speech, bitch. But when it comes to defining these things, if it's just like, let's say, some dudes at the Daily Wire, for example, I'm just interested in looking at this as purely entertainment, and I don't take what they say at like legit, because these are men that are experiencing their own male experience and expressing their masculinity. That's not the case. It's hard for them to define and understand what a woman's experience is, let alone her sexuality. And I have seen this time and time again, all right? Like, let's really be nuanced about the situation. Let's minus the grifters, and let's minus women that are like only fucks models or that shit and claim that they're conservative. Let's really get serious and talk about the women that are not being broadcasted on these things, women that do not have any backing by any NGOs no, your average woman here, okay? Now, clearly, the only body modification that I've done are the tattoos. Now, you can see my lips are not very puffy. When I would not do the Addams Family filter, as I'd like to call it, my skin is flawless. I was told that I had a porcelain doll face because it was clear, it was healthy, blah, blah, blah. Like, the number of times I would put on foundation and blush was very next to rare, okay? I would do the whole Elvira thing, just the cat eyes, black. I look like a raccoon at times, not trying to be, but that type of makeup style with the eyeshadow and the eyeliner, because that's my thing. Okay, so we're talking like the average woman. The average good-looking woman. What I find so funny when it comes to the commentary of some of these dudes, minusing this whole thing with the grifters, they talk about loving good-looking women. But, sorry, I have to pet the cat. He's busy grooming himself. Isn't that ironic? We're talking about good-looking people taking care of themselves at the same time, which contributes to, healthy complexion, all that shit, and he's grooming himself. Just fucking perfect. He's so cute, I want to squish him. Anyways, and turn him into a drone. If World War III is going to happen, we're definitely going to make that happen too. I won't tell my sister. I'll probably have to buy a whole new cat or just break the bad news. But anyways, it is important, maintaining healthy choices, healthy diet, just being healthy overall is a good thing. I don't see the issue behind it. Well, good-looking women are, good-looking. Okay, but here's the other thing. It's not just good-looking women that you just ended there. It goes beyond that. There is a damning of women's sexuality that I think it is, at this point in time, so lame and cringy. It is so cringy. I've only been on this planet for a little over 3 fucking decades, and I've heard the same old bullshit. It's lame at this point. Women just being talked down to. There's only like 2 versions of a woman you could be. You could be a pure virgin. There are some women that were born without hymens. Just fucking saying, by the way. Those women do exist. Does that mean that they're no longer pure? You guys have a weird view of purity. I call this thing like the purity shit test, that if you don't conform to an ideology, and this goes on for any ideology, if you step out of line just a little bit, you are bad news. You are not pure enough or worthy enough to be in our little clique. These are the types of people that I say goodbye. You're going like acres away from me. Okay, goodbye. And the other version of women's sexuality is the whore. Now, what I find very funny is anytime a woman steps out of line or she's not doing anything that heinous, that nefarious, even just to show a bit of cleavage, and I'm telling you, I do not have any sex videos, no nude videos, no V pics, but just the boobs are there. That automatically makes you, and I've seen this online, called a whore. And I've shared the story when I was 16 that I was called a whore. Just because I had a crush on men that I was never going to meet. We're talking the Johnny Depps. We're talking the Danny Filths. The Hugh Jackmans. The Chris Angels. These are men I'm never going to meet. I'm 16 years old. Hormones are raging. And I had very low self-esteem to the point where I didn't think a guy would even fucking want me. Can you imagine how sexually frustrated I was? We talk about guys. Imagine women. Holy shit. Well, you could watch porn. I have no need to watch porn. At the time, True Blood and all that shit, it was very sexually explicit. I didn't need porn, okay? Yes, I was watching that stuff at a young age, and there's nothing my parents could do, all right? At this point, I had free range of the computer. I was good. I was very, very happy just to see this, but I came out okay. Still fucking weird, but I came out fine. But I just find it really fucking hilarious that whenever we have this conversation about talking about good-looking women, there's the other side that nobody wants to talk about. It is the damning of women's sexuality. You get called a whore for the tedious little thing. Like, oh my gosh, she's showing breasts. I forgot what that girl's name was. Isabella DeLuca, whatever her name was. The cake video where she's literally just like in a vertical frame right there, and it was 3 months old at that point. And her boobs are right there. People were having a fucking shit fit calling her a whore. Do you guys what is the fucking prerequisite for a woman to be a whore? I just find that so fucking lame at this point. You see, here's the thing. It comes from the biblical mindset that Eve didn't obey and all that good shit. But there's something really powerful, and I think, oh, this guy is really, you're freaking out. You're looking for spiders again, aren't you? I hope he didn't need it, because you were acting high as a kite the other day. See, if this was a black cat, he would be named Salem, okay, for sure. Sorry for the distraction. He's just so fucking cuddly, this guy. He's so soft. Holy shit. No wonder he goes nuts with his grooming and those fur balls keep coming out. He's good. He's chill, by the way. I just think the East has a better understanding and a healthier perspective on women's sexuality. Because women's sexuality, I find there's a lot of information that is gatekept. And I think it's more of that than it is to just do like studies or to look into it just for the fun of it, to really understand women's sexuality. Like, oh, we're all very emotional and shit. Guys don't get emotional. Guys are told to hold it in, but as soon as they're not super expressive about it, if they get angry, if they get prideful, if they get really fucking raging, oh, but that's emotion. That's okay. But when women express something, oh, it be damned. It's almost as if anything a woman does out here in the West is always damned. We do not have a very good, healthy view of sexuality. Never mind the 10,000 genders. That's all fucking bullshit, okay? There's no such thing as 76 genders. It's just 76 ways of expressing said gender, okay? Bro, do I look like the average feminine woman to you? It doesn't mean that I am less feminine because I'm a fucking tomboy. I laugh whenever I hear some of these weirdos out there in the manosphere say, well, you're in your masculine energy and shit. Do you guys not realize that masculine energy has a light and a dark side? Same thing with femininity. No, not femininity, but the feminine. There's a difference between femininity and feminine. Okay, the feminine has a light and a dark side. I find it just so cringy that even when we're talking about virgins and the mom is very nurturing and soft and empathetic, you don't think there's a dark side to women that don't exist? This is why people are so off kilter, so off course. And this is just the fucking internet. Like, I realize that I'm digging a hole maybe to my fucking grave. Well, it's already there, but regardless, digging a hole through these little pathways on the internet where nuance is usually lost. People have a very weird view of women's sexuality, and I'm of the opinion there's a lot of gatekeeping and there's a lot of propaganda to make us look like we're fucking nutty. Why, guys aren't nuts? Oh, please. So I just think this whole thing is weird when it comes to the right, with the right-wingers. We love good-looking women, but yet they'll say a lot of misogynistic and sexist things that are just cringy. That's it. Have you ever met a fucking woman? We do exist. Just fucking saying. Not all of us are grifters. Not all of us get dudes so fucking easily. You know, even though we have breasts and getting attention. No, that's not how we roll. You know, we're real. The only body modification I did were tattoos. So it's a very niche market. People forget that women exist. But we're not just going to exist. We're going to live as we see fit. And I'm not going to be defined by other people's weird view on women's sexuality. No, thank you. I know what I'm good at, and I know what it is that I'm up to. But that's basically it. Peace out.